Overwatch back pain tier list. My back is killing me. I feel like a 70-year-old man who has worked manual labor his entire life. It hurts so bad. So I thought I would channel my pain into this, the most important tier list I have ever made. So let's go over what the categories mean. Icy hot on 24/7. They literally cannot escape the back pain. They are like me right now. They will always feel it whenever it happens. Posture tech derogatory. They have terrible posture. There is no way that they don't currently have terrible back pain or will have irreversible back pain in the future. Surely there must be there's either some lifestyle thing or something about them that leads me to believe that there's got to be some kind of back pain in there in some form or fashion. Not great evidence either way. That's pretty simple. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know everything about these characters. Do you? Should be okay. I think that is characters that, like, I have no reason to believe there's any pain, but there's nothing like super gold star about them that leads me to believe they have like a super duper healthy back. Posture check good are just characters that have the best posture in the game and probably have very, very good back health. And then, of course, I have how am I supposed to determine this, which will go to Wrecking Ball and Winston, because I do not know the anatomy of hamsters or gorillas. So I cannot determine whether they would have back pain. There was some discussion about it with my friends when I brought them up this topic, but I'd like to hear what you guys think down below. And then, of course, physically cannot have back pain. This is reserved for our Omnic characters because they literally cannot feel like us, and I doubt that back pain would be programmed into an Omnic, so we are going to leave them out of this one for now. Okay, starting off with Cassidy. Now Cassidy is I think he's just like, you know, he's a regular dude. He gets around. He's been doing a lot of stuff. I think he's got like a little bit of a hunch to him. But the one thing that says that he probably has some sort of back pain is the roll. Him going from a standing position to rolling on the ground and coming right back up. If you are a trained professional acrobat, I think you would probably be totally fine. But he is doing this on many different types of terrain. He is literally doing this in the air. He is doing this in a 360-degree motion. There is no way that every type of flip that he does is safe and practiced. It seems much more in the spur of the moment, and I do not believe that Cassidy, that is good for Cassidy and the health of his back. There is no possible way that is true. So I'm going to keep him, and surely he's got to have some, right? D.Va. Now, D.Va is the easy answer to go. She is a gamer. She has no posture whatsoever. Or, you know, she's just a gremlin type. But you gotta think of two things when you think about D.Va. One, she literally was in the military. And two, she is the best gamer ever. So she is physically fit at the same time. So I don't think that necessarily means that her posture, she probably has a lot better posture overall than most gamers. But when she's in her mech, there is no way that is a good position to be in. There is no way that the mech is ergonomically designed to help support D.Va in that way. So because of that, I'm just going to go ahead and say that surely there must be some. I'm not going to put her all the way up here. I don't think it's that bad, but there is no way that mech is good for her back. I just cannot believe that, right? Okay, Genji. Genji is what sucks about Genji is that he is very adept, very meditative. He is very wary of his body. I think that he probably puts a lot of good care in taking care of it. But all of that being said, he would probably end up in the should be okay, I think, if he wasn't in a life-changing accident that would have killed him if he didn't get all a lot of his body parts replaced. So yes, he has found peace now, but he is still half human, half robot. And I cannot imagine that Genji is just never, like, I bet there is still so much leftover pain from that entire experience that I'm just going to go ahead and put, surely he's got to have some, right? But I think Hanzo, he's got just a little bit of a hunch when he's like running around, but that honestly might just be better like form for running. Overall, he is an archer. You have to have really good posture and form to be that accurate at archery. He is very well, like, what's it called? He does a lot of exercise for himself, a lot of good body health and restraint with it. Yeah, I think Hanzo should be okay. It's basically like, this is where Genji should be if he wasn't half robot, half I almost died to my brother type deal. So I think Hanzo is like, I think he's probably fine. And then, of course, I don't even think I have to talk about this one. Have you seen Junkrat? Like, Junkrat. Like, look at how he, look at that. Bro's slouching. I want to find a picture of him. Look at that. He's like this. He's all the way over like this. Come on, bro. Step it up. Step it up, please, Junkrat. Lucio. Lucio, I think, is a tough one because he is a medic and he can always basically keep himself good to go, I guess, because he can always heal himself. He's very active, and I think the stuff that he does, he's not exactly like reckless, but he's not exactly like careful, I don't think. I think that Lucio would probably, he's young, younger, on the younger side. I think that Lucio definitely fits in that kind of like, I don't really know. It could go either way. But he doesn't seem like, there doesn't seem to be any good evidence either way for him. I'm just going to leave him right in the middle. He might have a little bit, but not enough to be worthwhile. Ooh, excuse me. Mei. Mei, I don't see anything that's like super jumping out at me about why she would have any. The only thing I can think of is that she does carry around a very big, like, the snowball on her back. But she's used to it. She has shown herself to be a skilled hiker, climber, basically, in her expedition out of Eco Point, Antarctica. So, like, I think she's probably fine. Now, crunching over in cryostasis in her ice block, maybe not the best for her, but again, it does have like healing properties in game. So I'll give it a bit of a pass. And I think generally Mei has pretty good posture overall. So yeah, I think Mei is going to be in that should be okay, I think, type of tier. Now, Mercy. Mercy is decently, like, she's in her 30s, right? So she's not quite there about like just via age she'll have some back pain. But the one thing about her is that she has really good posture. She is mobile, but it's very angelic, right? It's not like a strenuous activity on her. So, and she's a healer. She heals herself. So I would bet that she's good to go. And her posture is good, but she's always wearing high heels. Does that matter? Does it matter that she has the high heels on? Because that surely can't be that good. Now, I am not a high heel user, so I am not exactly sure if that would really hurt the back after all of those years of being in that kind of outfit. But if you are in active war zones in those heels, surely it can't be that great, right? Now, again, she's flying a lot. She's very angelic. There's not any strain on her back in that sense. So I'm tempted to say posture check, good. I think Mercy is totally fine. She has no back pain whatsoever. Nothing can hurt her. She's totally fine. I'd love to hear back what you guys think about this one. Pharah. Pharah is military. She is very, very good posture. Very well physically fit, defined. But she wears this giant suit. Like this super heavy suit. And she is very quickly, very burst heavily moving in it. So she is taking these bursts of movement up, down, left, right, every direction. She's slamming onto the ground in her suit. Surely some of that force has to go into her body. It doesn't just all go into the suit. I have to believe that Pharah has some kind of back pain. There is no way that she doesn't. Especially, like, it's not necessarily like good posture as like good for your health. It's good posture in terms of it serves a function for her, and that is, you know, it's just military posture. So I think if you combine these factors about all this stuff, that I think that she's got to have some sort of pain. Okay, actually, I'm gonna add another category here. Add row above. There is pain everywhere. I'm going to put Genji in that one. I'm going to put Reaper in that one. I debated with myself. I was like, I don't know what to do with the missed characters. Like Moira, Reaper, they kind of fade around. Do they have pain all the time? Or are they good to go most of the time? Because I don't know. Reaper claims that he's always in pain. I am sure that it cannot be very good for him to be doing all this rando stuff that he does, teleporting all over the place, becoming shadow and mist. I'm sure there's pain in his back because he always feels pain because he's Reaper and he's super edgy, right? So he's got pain everywhere all the time. All the time. All right. Reinhardt. Canonical back pain. He literally has the emote where he's like, or it's the highlight intro. He's holding his back. He's like, oh, one more, please. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, that's what I feel like. Reinhardt is me. Reinhardt is actually me right now. That's how bad my back hurts when I go to work. So I totally feel for this man. I'm just gonna go ahead. Roadhog is old. Roadhog is also old. And I don't know if you know Roadhog. He's a larger man, so that's probably also going to just cause more health problems overall, specifically with his stature and his posture. But he also kind of is like this. Like he leans back in it like that. Terrible posture for him. Like actual like super hard. It's like he can't lean forward at all. Like he's constantly like back. Definitely not good for him. I would say just age and body type will just destroy his back overall. Even if he is carrying Junkrat around too, all the time. He's always carrying Junkrat. Okay, my God, the what's it called? The Senior Citizen Center is all here. Soldier is an old man. Yes, he is very active, but I am sure that his activity, yes, he used to be military, but I think in his old age, he's let a lot of that go, and probably a lot of his regiment, his like workout regimen is probably not as tight and enhanced. I don't know. I'm kind of trying to read between the lines here, just with his personality and his older age. So I would bet that he has kind of let himself go in terms of the physical fitness department. It is not so much about his health, but more about his strength. So I would bet that just with his old age and his new type of lifestyle, that he is not keeping up with his health as much, and he relies on his healing field to get all of that for him. So we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna put old man up here with the senior citizens. Ooh, Symmetra. Symmetra has extremely good posture. Very, very good. When she travels around the battlefield, she just teleports, so she's only walking, nothing super strenuous. Nothing for, again, she does also, I'm pretty sure, wear heels. They aren't like super high heels, but she does wear heels around all the time. But So far, it does not show any signs of wear and tear on her body or her back. So she is probably totally fine. No problems whatsoever. She is chilling. Oh, Torbjorn is weird. Let's look it up. Because he's very short in stature. He hunches over a little bit, I guess, but most of the time you see him, he's pretty much upright. And the only thing is that I feel like Torb must have some sort of like, he's got a lot of armor and gear on, and he's pretty like lopsided. You know, he's got this big one hand that's probably way heavier than his other hand. He's got these big things on his back. Torb must have back pain. Also, he is old too. So like, combine all those things together, I'm sure that Torb is probably starting to feel it in his old age. Although there is evidence, like him doing heel clicks and stuff, that he is pretty mobile and active, so it's not going to hit him that hard. But I cannot imagine that he doesn't feel something. Maybe he's just medicated very well, like it's pretty mild, so general painkillers can do it without him having to feel it all the time. Who knows? Okay. Tracer is interesting, and I want to go ahead and put her in Surely There Must Be Some for one major factor, and that is because she has the chrono accelerator on her, like, her abs at all time, basically. Not her abs, it's on her chest at all times. This is a giant piece of metal, and she has a tiny, tiny frame. She is a small woman with this giant hunk of metal holding her down this entire time. I cannot imagine. I know Tracer is young. I know she was a pilot, so she's in good health, but this thing cannot feel good at all. Winston needs to work on this design super hard because he is actively killing one of his best friends and colleagues, because this cannot be good for Tracer in the long run. So that is my Tracer soapbox there. Widowmaker. I think Widow is... Here's the thing about Widow, right? It's that she has... Her posture is almost like comical. Like, it's very prim and proper, I guess. Like, it's up. It's not like slouched or all. But the way that she goes, like, she compensates too far back, I think. Like, she goes even further back than most people would. She's not upright. She's like leaning. This cannot look like, this does not look good. She is also very petite. She is slender, so I cannot imagine that her frame can really withstand this type, especially like Tracer. And she's not trained. Like, she is trained, but not really. I don't think in this type of regard. She's not trained for her health. Talon doesn't care about the health of their agents, especially this brainwashed one who never knew anything like that before. I'm gonna say that she's probably got some pretty serious back pain, or she will be looking at some in her older age, because the way that she's doing it right now, definitely not sustainable for her. Zarya is a power lifter, but to be the best power lifter in the world, you have to have technique. And Zarya absolutely does have technique. I think that Zarya should be perfectly fine, although she is putting probably the most strain on her body overall. Good lifters lift with their legs. They do not lift with their back. So Zarya, as we see, and you can see it in her posture, she's actually like, in her initial, like, actually, I'm going to look it up. Her initial Overwatch art, she's actually got like she's putting the weight on her legs here, right? She's like, she's not all the way upright all the time. She's letting her legs do the work. There is no way that Zarya has back pain. She has too much good technique to be having any of that. Hi, I'm doing a Overwatch Heroes back pain tier list. I'm doing pretty good, apart from the back pain that I have myself, which inspired this video. Oh, Ana. Ana is old. Ana hunches over like this when she shoots her sniper. Absolute disaster class. She is probably feeling it super bad. That's why she always wants to go on vacation, because her back hurts all the time and she needs to get out in the sun and rest on a lawn chair or something. Sombra, ooh, I don't know. I think she's got good form when she runs. There's nothing. She does have to like throw herself into the air and like land. That's the only thing that might be like pretty a strenuous activity that may hurt her body or in her back specifically. But overall, I'm gonna put not great evidence either way. I don't really see why it would be good. Like, I don't know why she wouldn't have back pain, but I don't see anything that would really cause lots of it for her in, like, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna keep her there for now. I'm interested to see what other people think. Doomfist. Doomfist is cybernetically enhanced. He's very fit. It's very clear that he knows what he's doing when he trains himself to keep himself healthy and active. But he also has a gigantic gauntlet that mismatches his weight and the balance of him. So yes, he's got good posture. Yes, he's got all of that going for him. I cannot imagine that is healthy. I cannot imagine that his weight is properly distributed in a good way, right? I don't think it's something that he can always manage all the time. Plus, he's always flying around the place, and I'm sure that's not great. He's moving very fast, very strenuous. He's just slamming himself into the ground from the sky. There's got to be something. He's got to hurt his back in some regard, right? Moira. Moira did a lot of experiments on herself. She has terrible posture. Yeah. Oh yeah, watch the rework tier list video. Yeah, I don't know. It's I feel like I've never seen anybody like kind of rate them, and there's probably a couple ones that I missed overall, but you know, I try not to do that many tier lists. I try to limit them because they're very easy content. Yeah, it's very long. That's the problem with Overwatch. It's like I want to talk about all the characters, but it takes me a while to talk about all of them. So I just kind of keep going. So anyways, Moira, surely, right? Like, I can't imagine. Her posture's not very good. She's got all this mist stuff draining in at her. She's like healing and hurting herself at the same time. Some of it's got to be in the back, right? I cannot imagine it not being in her back at all. So we're going to keep her there. Brig is young. Brig is well-trained. Brig is she takes care of Reinhardt and has probably learned from a lot of his mistakes with his own back health. But she does wear a lot of pretty big, bulky armor. So I'm kind of either way. I think Brig is probably fine. There's nothing that really screams to me that there would be anything really making Brig like super painful in any regard. I think she's probably fine. Ashe is also young, and I think she has pretty good posture. She's from a rich family. She kind of holds herself like that as well. She's not afraid to get down and dirty with the work that she does, but the one thing is that she does have that coach gun, which launches her very sporadically at high speeds, and landing on the ground after that, I don't know if that's much of it. Like, when I look at all the other people, I feel like I have an actual reason for them. For Ashe, kind of still don't really have that much reason. Also, any heavy lifting that she has to do, super strenuous activities, Bob takes it. Bob probably has terrible back pain because of Ashe, so she should feel bad. She should feel really bad that she made her best friend and butler chronically ill for the rest of his Omnic life. So, wow. Well, maybe he can't have back pain because I already determined the Omnics can't. Okay, I'm going to go past that. You feel like she's the type of person to bend and lock in, just get them headshots? Does she, though? I think she keeps her posture. Yeah, she keeps her posture pretty, like, That's pretty contained compared to like Ana or somebody who's like hyper hunched over when she's doing it. So I don't know. I think she's probably she's got good training with her shooting too. So like she knows the correct form as well because she came from that background. So Bap is military. Bap is mobile, but he has specifically technology that is like the exo boots, I think, also break his falls a lot so that it's not going to be super strenuous when he is jumping up and down all the time. He can heal himself. I think Bap is definitely okay. I think Bap is definitely good to go. There's nothing in here that's really he seems pretty physically fit overall as well. Good physical health, everything. Ooh, Mr. Posture himself. Sigma is anti-gravity character. He's literally flying. There is no stress put on him whatsoever. And yet my king still practices good posture when it doesn't even matter. What a guy. Holy mother. This guy knows what he's doing. He is old, but it does not matter. He is not letting his body deteriorate. What a king. Okay, Sojourn. Sojourn also has like cybernetically enhanced legs and stuff, so when she does those big bursts and jumps, I can see that a lot of the fall is going to be taken into like the legs, the cybernetics, rather than her whole body. So I think that's probably fine there. Soj doesn't have the best posture overall, but she is also, again, military class or trained very well. She's been in shape her entire life. She's never stopped, doing what she's been doing. So I think that she's probably okay. I think that Vivian is going to be okay there. Junkrat Queen. Oh yeah. She's already feeling it. She has no regard for her body. She is hunched over all the time. She is, it's so Jover. Exactly. She is just swinging around, flailing everything around. She is throwing herself with her magnetic gauntlet and rampage and everything like that. She is just look at her idle stance. Yeah, actually, let's take a look at that. Junkrat Queen. Let me see where her idol is. Like, look at how she's throwing the knife here. Like, oh my god. Yeah. Not great. Kiri. Oh my god, what do I do with Kiri? Kiri is trained really well, knows how to take care of her body. I don't think there's anything, her posture is good. I think she's probably like Hanzo, although she does have a little more magic and teleporting, but she can heal herself and literally make herself invulnerable. So at that point, like, she can't really have back pain if she can make herself invulnerable to it, I guess. So kind of a workaround, but I think she also just keeps herself pretty well made. Ooh, Lifeweaver. I forgot Lifeweaver was even in this game. He is decently young. He's in his 30s, I think. He has really good posture. He's not throwing himself in the line of battle. Pedal platform now comes down, so he could technically ride it down. Actually, it would break. I think Lifeweaver, he's totally fine. I think he's totally fine. He does a lot of mobility, I guess, but I don't see there being any reason why he would have back pain. Especially he's also a healer. He can heal himself. BioLite tech. So good on him. Illari is very young. No way she has. No, he's got really good posture. Illari is really young. There's no way she has back pain, right? And she can fly. Like, it's like actually she can fly. So when she makes very strenuous activities, mobile activities, a lot of that weight is not on her or potentially on her back. So I think that Illari I have no reason to think that Illari has any pain. She'll be perfectly fine. Mauga, I think the bait is to think that he wouldn't have good posture, but you have to remember that Mauga is smart and he just doesn't show it. He's built, right? Like, he's got a bigger body, but he's still built, and he's still, like, I think you can show that he has a regard for his body and his physical health. And he still has good posture overall. The only thing is that those guns, man, those guns are gotta be heavy and super lopsided. They go really far out. Now, I'm sure most of the weight is right here, right where his clips are and the barrel, or the general body of the gun. The barrel does extend out further, and they are kind of sporadic. So I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and say there's probably some, but not as bad as most people. Love Mauga, not fighting against him, but as a character. Yeah, I think so. Absolutely. Venture. Yeah, go away. Go away, Venture. The only reason they're not on Icy Hot on 24/7 is they are really young, but they have no regard. They are just drilling in and out and slamming into things, burrowing into the ground. They're super hunched over all the time. They're throwing themselves everywhere. It's very, very, very funny. So yeah, I definitely think I mean, they even have evidence of them having injuries from their expeditions. So it is not without, honestly, we're just going to put them there. They're going to have back pain before they even know that that's a possibility for them overall. And then Juno is another space character, floating character. The weight of their body is largely not on them anymore. So definitely think, I don't know if Juno's posture is like super duper good. Let's check real quick. I don't see a reason for it to be bad. I don't know, she leans back a little bit, which might not be the best. But again, it's like she gets a pass because she's floating all the time, and she's not that weight is not, she doesn't have the weight bearing on her. Yeah, bro, that goes the other way. She doesn't get to go into posture check, but she'll be okay. I think she'll definitely be okay. And she's young. I forget as well. The young characters are less likely to have what's it called? Bad backs, unless you're Venture, who is a very special case. But yeah, that is it, I think. Yeah, that's all the characters. Let me know down below, who do you think would have the worst back pain, and maybe who would have the worst other types of pain? Who is in the most pain in the Overwatch roster, physical or mental? Let me know down below. Like and subscribe while you're at it. I do really appreciate it. This was streamed live, twitch.tv/LaneHemingways. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays is when I stream. Always something to talk to me about. Join my Discord if you want to send me a hot take, a replay code to look at, a rework idea, anything like that. Talk general Overwatch. We love to hear from you guys. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good day.